All right, we are live. It's our homesteading talk campfire tonight. The only thing tonight is we've got a fake campfire.
Yeah, we
It's a little
can't.
too wet to do a campfire.
Yeah,
Probably anywhere in the south right now because we've had a lot of rain, and they are predicting some ice for our. Well, it depends on who you hear from. I think
Yeah.
most of it's going to be north of us. But we're going to kind of talk about preparing for the storm tonight. Make
Which
sure
we
we have
did.
the audio good here.
We did some of that, but at first we thought it was going to be really, really bad here. We've been through an ice storm before, and it was bad. It was a week without power. Everything was ice, and if you've never been through an ice storm before, it's way different than just being in a snowstorm. It is tremendously hard to be in an ice storm.
I don't think we have any audio. Is anybody in the
Oh, we're sorry. Where's our audio?
Let's see. Can you check it on your phone? Turn it up. See.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to skip.
Our live. It's our homesteading talk campfire tonight. Okay, so we do
Okay.
have audio. It's my
Okay.
earphones that don't.
Yeah,
that's not
your
working
ear.
right, so I'll take those off. Okay. Somehow the earphones are not working, but anyway, welcome to our homesteading campfire, and I want to thank you for joining us.
And
Definitely live with all the technical issues.
yes, it is. And like we said, we have a fake campfire. We have a propane heater, and I don't know if anybody else has what they prepare for if your power goes out during the winter, but we do have this propane heater, and it can go in the house. It is safe for the house.
Yeah.
So if our electricity goes off during this cold weather, then we do have this propane heater that we can put in the house.
Yeah, and look at your chat there. Yeah, ice storms are horrible. Is that Joe? I think when we first got married, we went through an ice storm here. And, we're in Mississippi. You're in Kentucky. I'm sure you experience it a lot more than we do. But this was in the 90s.
It was 1996.
Oh, you remember? Okay.
Yes, because I was pregnant with our son.
It is. I think it's the worst ice storm that I remember. I'm sure when I was younger, I might have gone through them. But out here in the country, it was horrible. We went without power for at least a week, and we were not prepared.
No, we wasn't. We were young, and we didn't know anything about ice storms. So luckily, my grandparents were alive then, and they lived right across the road. So we were able to go spend time with them, and we had to spend the night with them. We had no electricity in our house. What kind of
heat did they have?
They had the wood heater, that was piped in.
Yeah, but how did all right, they had this wood heater and a little coil that went around. It was outside, and then and then it circulated, but it had to have electricity to circulate, didn't it? It had some kind of fan in it.
I had some kind of fan in it. I don't know how that worked. I'm not.
Wow, out of power for 3 weeks. Now, we did go through Katrina up here.
But that was during the summer, nothing like, an ice storm.
But Katrina was, I don't know what's worse, Katrina or the ice storm.
Yeah.
Katrina was pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty
really
bad.
I don't want to ever go through a Katrina.
The only thing about the ice storm was, when we went through Katrina, we went to town at a shelter during Katrina.
Yeah, we stayed at a church.
Yeah, we stayed at the church. And so it was kind of like, it was okay. We had food, and, we were in town, so it was better. But during that ice storm, there was, it was nothing. We didn't even prepare for food or nothing.
Yeah, we were not prepared for food or anything, and we were without power and
I don't know what we would have done.
It was at least a week. I don't know. Was it more than a week?
It was at least a week. And I don't know what we would have done if it wasn't for my grandparents.
I remember our thermometer on the air conditioner said 26 degrees or something.
Right.
Remember that?
Right.
It was inside the house. It was awful. So now, I think our daughter I know our daughter makes fun of us for preparing. I spent all day yesterday preparing. I got the propane bottles filled. I wanted to make sure I had fuel for the generator. I ran the generator, got enough fuel for it to run several days. And then also, I have to get out in it when it's like that for my work, and I have to. So anytime there's a storm like that, I load up chainsaws because I don't want to get trapped anywhere. I want to be able to cut my way through if I have to. So
and where we live, we're on two really steep hills. There's a steep hill on one side and a steep hill on the other. And my sister says, hey.
Hey, she's in North Carolina.
Yes, and she's
get ready for it.
Yeah, I think she's been getting prepared too. And
is it still going to be real bad in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we so I got prepared, and our daughter, I don't think she's ever been through one or
she hasn't. She don't remember it, never been through an ice storm, so she thinks we're crazy, for preparing.
But she would think we were crazy no matter what.
That's true. So anyway, we we really tried to prepare. I have food. I have some meat and stuff put up in the freezer, and we run the generator, and the generator runs our freezer and our refrigerator, so we're able to keep those things cold and in our freezer and our
we have a switch hooked up. We can plug it up to the house, and we've got a transfer switch that transfers certain outlets onto the generator so it doesn't overload the generator. And like she said, we can run the refrigerators. We do have an emergency electric heater in there that it'll run on the generator.
And we have the propane.
This propane heater is supposed to be safe for indoors. And we also have, just to be cautious, we've got one of those carbon monoxide.
Yeah, we do. We have a carbon monoxide alert thing.
Just to kind of keep on hand. So anyway, that's what I did yesterday, all day yesterday. And I think we spent like $200 on stuff.
Yeah,
but it'd be worth it if something happens. And I'm telling you that your sister went through this with the flood last year, and it was
the year before.
Year before?
2020.
Okay.
But
it is it's nothing worse than getting stuck without power and all that. But if you're prepared for it, it's not quite as bad.
No, it's not.
We learned the hard way to get prepared, and you didn't want me to buy this generator, you remember?
No, I didn't want you to buy the generator.
And you've used it more than I have.
Yeah, because I work from home, and if the electricity goes off, which it does a lot of times in in storms and stuff that come through, and we're out in the country, and there's trees that fall and all kinds of things that happen. And I have had to use it, for my work several times. I have to have my internet and be able to work from home. So I have used it. And if you don't have a generator, it's great to have one. And I'll admit that he I didn't want one at first, and he kind of talked me into getting it, and so we did.
Joe, you're right. You should always have a carbon monoxide detector. It's always safe. And I got one, just to be on the safe side. So but
my sister says that she's prepared.
She's prepared. Yeah, going through that flood was horrible up there.
Yeah,
I mean, they were trapped, and
it was just awful for them.
Yeah.
So
it was it may have been worse, but it was kind of equivalent to our Hurricane Katrina. And Katrina over here hit in 2006. That's when it hit up in New Orleans. The media kind of made it look like it only hit New Orleans. New Orleans got hit bad,
but it was
the Gulf Coast of Mississippi just got wiped out. So it went all up, straight up to where we are here. And it was, it was horrible. And I remember there were trees everywhere. It was just, I don't know. I hope we never have to go through that again. But I think the worst ice storm that I remember was in '96. I guess was that we've had some since then.
Yeah,
but I don't think
that was the worst one, I think.
And I had a little Chevy S10 and I didn't realize that thing won't go everywhere, and it was not a 4-wheel drive. It was, but so I was trying to get home and I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And that was back before cell phones. I don't know, that may have been a different ice storm. Was it a different ice storm? Because I don't know how I would have let you know.
Well, I don't either.
It must have been before that.
We had landlines then.
Well, I know, but I didn't have a landline in the car.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember, but I know
And we didn't have cell phones in the cars back then.
I went to my grandparents' house, and I guess you were stuck in town. I don't remember.
You're right. Nothing goes, even 4-wheel drives don't go anywhere on the ice.
It's bad. Well, we'd like to know, like, Joe, you said you're in Kentucky. Are you getting any of this weather that's coming, or what does it look like for you there? We'd love to know.
Yeah.
And my sister, I mean, what are they saying now?
And Joe, also, we get out in this stuff not by choice, but we have to keep a lot of radio stations on the air, and we do try. If it looks like we're bad, it's going to be bad. We try to position ourselves where we're right there close to it, so we don't have to. Definitely don't want to get in the ice itself. Most of the time, down here, it's just slush, and you just be careful. Now, if it's solid ice, you just like you said, you just don't go. No vehicle will go. But I've got a 2006 Land Cruiser that I will use to get there.
Joe says he has a Chevy 4x4. Mm-hmm. Won't be driving on ice.
That's right. And he's right. No matter what wheels you got on that thing, ice does not go good with it. These people down here don't know how to drive in the snow and sleet, and there's
even
so
when
many
it's just
people
a little bit.
Even when it's little, they think they drive the same speed, and then they're in the ditch.
Yeah.
So turn your phones up a little bit. In North Carolina, you're getting ice through Sunday evening. I think we may get some precipitation. Well, we'll get rain, but I think Sunday we're going to get a little bit. Did it get down to freezing?
Yeah, Sunday it's going to be down to freezing. And another thing we've talked about on Monday, I think the low is going to be really, really low.
Oh, yeah. And what are you going to do with those chickens? You're going to have to do...
Well,
are we going to put a heater in there?
We're not going to put heaters, but I am going to...
That's pretty cold for those little ones.
I'm going to put some more bedding in there. I need to, stack it up real good and put some bedding in there.
Some kind of heat, don't they?
No, they'll be fine.
That's cold, though.
They all get scrunched up together.
I don't think you realize how cold it's going to be.
They all get scrunched up together. They're fine, and they
but you can't scrunch when it gets in the zeros.
I don't think it's going to be zero. Now, if it was going to be zero, I would think about putting some kind of heat in there.
Let me bring this up here.
What does it have? What's our low?
I should have all this ready, shouldn't I?
Yeah, if we're going to talk about the weather.
It is going to, let's see. Monday night, it's going to get down to 14.
Okay.
That's cold.
It is cold.
Would you sleep out in 14-degree weather?
No, but I'm a human. They're chickens. I promise
even with a coat
they're
on?
Okay. Now, we do need to probably keep them.
Yeah, Joe, that's what she tells me all the time. They can handle some cold weather that chickens can.
They really can.
And does it ever get cold enough in the South to put heaters in there?
Well, was it last year or the year before that it got down to zero and we put the tarps and stuff over
just to block the wind?
Yeah, to block the wind.
But now we don't have to do that because we got it blocked.
So, if you have chickens, they group together and they share their body heat and they can stay pretty warm. And it's the wind, like when the wind is blowing on them, that's the wind. It's the wind chill that makes them.
And keeping them, Joe said, to keep them dry. And luckily, Joe, in our new chicken coop, they're really dry in there.
They really are. And, in
the old one, it was really hard to keep them dry, but this new one, we've built it, and they're going to be dry in it. And there's no wind going through it. There is ventilation, so the moisture doesn't build up. But yeah, they're going to be dry in there.
Now we've talked about, the silky coop has a door, and I shut them up at night, and their little roosting areas is smaller than where the bigger chickens are. And I have talked about we might need to, they don't have a door where they go in and out of their roosting area. And so we thought, we might need to put some kind of door on there and get that fixed, before it does get that cold, so we can kind of shut them up so the wind won't blow through as bad, because that little door is just kind of open. And I noticed, we moved the silky roosters, and we have a rooster bachelor pad now. So the silky roosters, they're just roosting in the doorway. They're not going all the way up in there where they can get really warm.
Wow, you got 50 chickens.
Oh my goodness.
They are in what used to be a smokehouse that's built with concrete blocks.
With blown insulation.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That ought to be there for a long time. 50 chickens. Now, Joe, let me ask you, we've got 30 chickens.
We do have 30 chickens.
And the silkies are laying eggs, but our other ones are not laying eggs yet.
Yours
not yet, but they quit laying eggs. Are yours still laying eggs? Good. And then the ones that free range are not laying eggs, are they?
No, they're not. They're not laying eggs either. So we have, let's see, there's 4 chickens that free range. One's a rooster though, so there's 3 hens. But one of those hens is older, and sometimes when they get older they don't lay eggs, and so I could understand her. But the other 2 are younger, and they should be laying eggs, and they're out free ranging and eating bugs and stuff and everything else. So
he said they slow down the winter. I think ours slowed down at the end of even in the summer, didn't they?
At the end, in the fall time, when they molted, and then they just stopped laying. So
I guess we were spoiled before, because every winter they haven't really slowed down. Have they slowed down in our winters?
Not really. This is the first winter that they've stopped laying almost completely. I have one chicken that she lays, every day. She's a Easter egger, and she lays her egg every day. But the rest of them are just not being very cooperative, and they're not all old. They're they're kind of new. And
we are. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We are increasing the protein some. We've done changed the food.
We done some things. We actually fed them some chicken.
Yeah, she tried feeding them chicken.
Cooked chicken.
A lot of organic stuff to try to increase their protein. So we are trying all that.
And it hadn't been long that we've been doing that. I've been trying to, now that I'm getting the silky eggs, I'm kind of getting enough of those that I can feed them the eggs so they can have some protein. So I just scramble those and give it to them. But anyway, they don't really like to lay eggs when it's really cold. So, I'm sure I won't get very many eggs at all during this cold snap that's coming through. So. Yeah.
And maybe we were just spoiled by, are these different breeds or anything? He was asking about the,
so I have different breeds. I have
he said research the breed and see if they,
I have some black copper Morans. I have Easter eggers, and I have some just mixed, breeds. And then of course we have the silkies that aren't very old, and they just started laying.
Your microphone's turned upside down.
Oh, no.
You need to.
Why is it turned upside down? We have the Easter eggers, and then we have just some mixed breeds in there. And now the Easter eggers, they lay pretty well,
Yeah.
Now, I hadn't really done a lot of research on the black copper Morans to see how well they laid. I just wanted some eggs that were different, that were, really, really dark colored, and I thought that would be neat. So, they'll lay one every once in a while, but they're not laying, nearly like I think they should.
Yeah.
So.
What about your depressed chicken? Is he any better?
My rooster, well, he's still depressed. So.
I think you're going to have to do something.
I don't know what to do with him.
I'm scared he's going to starve himself.
I had to put food up there. We have a...
Tell the whole story if somebody's just listening.
So we moved all of our roosters, and we have a video coming out soon about that, but we moved all of our roosters to a bachelor pad, so we have all roosters in one pen, mainly because we had so many silky roosters, and I just couldn't leave them over there with just the 3 silky hens. There was just too many. And so we had I have an Americana rooster, and he's just a sweet boy, and he had 1 hen in there with him, and I moved her over to the other pens with the other chickens, and he is just so depressed, and I thought he would be the one that bullied the silkies, but he's not bullying the silky roosters. The silky roosters are bullying him. So he just kind of stays
He's the biggest one in there.
Yeah.
And they're bullying him.
Yeah, and if you don't know, Americanas, they have a really mild, behavior. They're really just sweet, and I guess that's his problem. He's not mean enough, but he's just up in the roosting area, looking through the fence in there at the other chickens, wanting to have his hen back. And I don't know, I may have to fix him a little
You're gonna
pen
have to figure out how
by
to do
himself
that
and give his hen back. I feel sorry
it's
for him.
It's really sad because he doesn't. She brought him food to right up where he is, but he's just not getting out, and he's not.
I put
he's so
food and
depressed.
stuff up in the top, where he is, because he won't go down. He won't get out of that area. So I was afraid he was gonna starve to death up there.
Yeah, Joe, they are all separated in different coops.
Yes, they are.
The bachelor pad is the roosters without any hens.
Yes. So, and then we have 4. We have 5. So we have one area that has the silkies, one that has the bachelor pad with just the roosters.
So they're not fighting the bachelor pad of roosters?
No, they're not
fighting. Because the ones with the hens, they only have 1 rooster per flock.
Yeah.
And they're separated, so they can't fight.
I have Clyde. He's he's a black copper Moran, and then he has, I think, 5 hens in there, and then we have Nick, and there's about 8 of hens in there with Nick. So they are all separated. We got that idea
from somebody on one of the live streams. She had a bachelor pad of because we had to get them away from the hens because they were fighting.
Yeah.
So we put them together, and that's where we got to see if it would work. But the ones with hens only have 1 rooster.
Yeah. Besides the silkies, I did move the babies in there with them, and there is 1 baby rooster in there, but as he gets older, I'm going to move him in.
And we're working on trying to get rid of some of them too.
Yeah. I'm going to just put them in the paper for free or something to try to get rid of them, because there's too many silky roosters.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to put his hen back with him somehow, because it's really sad, because I know it's a chicken, but he's
really depressed.
He's really depressed, so we're going to do something, because we can't. I'm scared he's going to starve himself.
Bless his heart.
Has he been eating?
He has been eating. The food, it's lower in the thing when I go in there, so I hope he's okay.
Just let the silkies free range and that was his place.
I know.
Yeah, but we're gonna get him a hen and
put him somewhere.
Yeah, poor thing.
I know.
And then we had the rooster that was getting beat up, moved him to his own flock, so he's happy as can be. He's the one on the live stream during the days. I've never seen a chicken so happy.
He's so happy. Ed, he runs around. He's really, really happy.
Yeah, he's got control of that flock.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He had the neck problem, and we're trying to give him some more nutrition. He's doing better. I think he's doing better getting some nutrition.
Yeah.
So we're, doing that. But
yeah, so anyway, back to the weather. I don't know. I think it'll just not be too bad here.
I don't think it's, but north of here it's going to be bad.
Yeah,
and
North
over
Mississippi.
to, you know, going to the west, it's going to be a little bad, or our west.
And I was watching the weather, and they were saying that up like Tennessee area that it's just going to be extreme, you know, bad.
Yeah, Tennessee and probably Kentucky up there with Joe. I think it's going to be. It's going to be real bad. That's where the serious ice is going to be.
And then once that moves through, I saw like in New York, like 20 inches of snow.
Really?
Could you believe that? If that was here, we wouldn't know how to act. If we had 20
we'd
inches.
shut down for a couple months.
Yeah.
I mean, even after it snows, they'd be like freaking out.
Like I just couldn't imagine. I mean, I've never been anywhere where there was 20 inches of snow. I just couldn't imagine. Now, Joe, you may have had 20 inches of snow before, but we haven't.
Yeah, in Kentucky, probably.
Yeah.
You probably had a lot
once
up
in a
there,
while.
but, you know, I don't. Now, I think in Mississippi in the 60s,
so
didn't it have a big snowstorm
yes,
back then?
it was 14 inches because my mother wrote about it in her journal. She wrote about the snow, and it was 14 inches.
What year was it?
I don't know. I think
Late
it was
60s?
Early 60s. So it was like 63.
14 inches.
14 inches. That's what she said in her little journal. She said it was 14 inches of snow. You know, so I guess to them back then it was, you know, just like our ice storm that we had in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been really neat to see. You know, 14 inches.
So he said they don't get a lot like that.
Okay.
You know, if I didn't have to work in it, I wouldn't mind this stuff. But you know, if I could just stay at home, but I'm not a fan of this stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely don't like ice. I don't like the sleet and ice.
And even if it, you know, it has snowed here once in a while. You know, we've had a couple of inches at the most. But, you know, when it starts to melt, it just makes such a mess. Sometimes it's just worse than rain. You know, it melts and there's mud everywhere.
He said they had a heavy...
a snow year a few years ago.
Yeah. A few years ago, and had 16 inches.
Oh, goodness.
And the state was paralyzed. Yeah, if that happened in Mississippi, it would shut down. I mean, I'm telling you.
And
I'm telling you, when we were in school, I remember riding the bus, and it would be snowing. We wish we could get out, and if they even mention that it might snow, they shut everything down now.
They do nowadays.
They do. Down here they do. If it's a chance it could snow, I don't know why do they shut it in the snow? I understand sleet.
I don't know.
But you know, I'm sure they're scared they're going to get sued or something. But yeah, they paralyze it down here, and it should be a rule that these people can't get out and drive in some of this stuff because...
And talking about the wind is blowing right now. I may have to zip up my jacket.
Yeah. But hopefully everybody will be safe in all this. And it's not going to be a fun thing anywhere. But yeah, I do remember riding the bus and it'd be snowing, you know, because we'd be making snowballs at the bus stop.
Yeah.
And we had to go to school, come home, it'd be melted.
Yeah, I know. They just didn't panic back then like they do nowadays.
We just did what we had to do.
Yeah. But nowadays it's just all a panic.
Yeah, where'd all the panic come from?
I don't know.
We did something wrong. I mean, because it's like, you know, everything shuts down. But, you know, it's... I think North Mississippi they're still going to get.
Now they'll probably be shut down, and you know, and you do have to shut down when it's that bad. But you know, we're just saying around here, if there's just a hint of snow, sometimes they shut the whole world down. You know, sometimes they overreact.
Now, what I do get scared of here is it's not just even if there's no ice on the road, but it's ice in the trees. These big pine trees. I try to stay away from it because usually the day after all that stuff and when it's weighting it down is when those limbs break and the trees fall.
They start popping.
That's when, Luckily, I don't think we have any pine trees right here
Not close to the house. Yeah. There's a few, but they're not close to the house
where
really
they would.
Scares
me.
Yeah.
Those the pine trees that they are real dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So
they wind up in the road and everywhere else. You know, I know there's one road in particular over here that has nothing but pine trees on it.
Well,
and
all of our roads are. Nothing but, I mean, we're in the woods in Mississippi. You know, it's big, like 60, 80-foot pine trees going down the road. But, you know, you do have to be careful. Once you get on the 4-lane, it's not quite as bad. But I remember the last ice storm, it was the year before last.
Maybe so, but it wasn't bad.
A friend of mine wanted us to come to his house, and
well, that wasn't an ice storm, wasn't it?
Was
it an ice storm?
That his a limb fell through his house, but the problem was that we went over there, and the tree. I mean, you could just hear trees popping and stuff. And I'm like, look, we ain't gonna stay here. You know, out here trying to patch this thing up. You got insurance. You know, it's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
Finally, we talked him out of doing it, but that's what scares me. So you've got 150 acres, mostly wooded. Yeah, a lot of trees come down. We do have a sawmill now, so if we could drag the trees over,
we could cut them up and use them,
cut them up
for something.
Hopefully, they're not trees that land in a bad place.
Yeah, but, I don't think we have a lot of pine trees like around the house and stuff. We have other trees.
We did make sure that it wasn't any trees that could fall.
Yeah, we have 3 big trees out front that could, but they're not pine trees. They're
probably
big.
Need to move the cars. If
maybe so. If it does ice, we'll move the cars away from them.
Yeah,
because it'll be limbs falling.
And then if it does get icy, we'll go in the woods and see if any fell, and we'll put them on the sawmill.
That's right.
I mean, that'd be the
drag them to the sawmill.
We don't have to worry about cutting them. We just get them over here. But yeah, it is. I mean, it is beautiful. But it's just. I don't like ice. I could do without it.
Did you know that next Friday they're talking about snow again?
Yeah, but it's going to be kind of south of us, isn't it?
I don't know. I hadn't really looked at it. I was just more worried about this one. But I saw that. I was just looking at the weather, and I saw like snow on the forecast.
Well,
but here, it'll say snow, at the beginning of the week, and then by the time the end of the week gets here or that day gets here, it's gone. There's no snow. So.
You only have one left in a bad spot. I will get rid of those trees scare me. But it was funny, not funny, but they were in a meeting. We have another group of stations down in Dothan, or that I work for. We don't own them, but they and they were like, "Oh, I hope y'all are prepared." And then they were like, "What? They were thinking to themselves, well, you didn't see the forecast. It's going to hit y'all next week."
Right.
It's like, and it's, of course, that's according to the forecast now, but I think
it'll change.
Yeah, it'll change. It's so hard to predict it. And especially down here where you're on the edge of it. It moving just a little means whether you have it a little or not.
That's right.
But it's, I don't know. But we do like to be prepared, whether it is or not. So, people make fun of us. I don't care.
So we got the generator.
Those people that make fun of us are our kids. And guess where they're going to be if their power goes off?
They'll be here with us. Yeah.
I don't have any food.
And I do plan on, I'm going to make some soup if we don't lose power, maybe Saturday. So we'll have some
and
hot
we do
soup.
have, so you could cook your soup on this grill.
Yeah, if I had to. It's a propane grill.
It doesn't have that burner thing.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you'll have to get creative.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to lose power Saturday. So I'm going to cook it Saturday. So.
Yeah, Sunday, I think here might be the worst.
Yeah.
And I know over in Jackson, it could be bad over there.
We got what? We got the generator, we got chainsaws, we got the propane heater.
Yeah, we got enough propane to do us a while.
I got food in the pantry. I got some like hamburger meat. We got deer meat. We got some chicken in there, I think.
We got plenty of
vegetables.
chickens here if we get to where we're starving.
Yeah, we got some canned stuff to make sandwiches out of if we needed to. So we are pretty prepared.
We try to keep some stocked up anyway. It may not be what we want to eat, but we got but we don't have as much as we normally do because normally, this last year we didn't have a garden.
Yeah.
So usually we have a lot stocked up at this time, but we don't.
No, we don't. Now, if we wanted to just live off of jelly, I have plenty of jelly. I made tons of jelly last year. That's one thing that we did can and put out was the jelly. So, we might could just eat bread and jelly if we had to. But anyway.
And I do try to keep ours, he was saying he keeps them prepared. Like our generator, I try to keep it, I check it. Usually I try to check it every few weeks, run it a little bit, make sure it's okay. And then, I do try to be prepared that if something happens suddenly, we usually be okay.
Yeah,
But now my chainsaws, I got kind of behind on them because they weren't,
Joe says jalapeno jelly. No, I have.
My friend Paul would love that.
He would.
He likes
would love.
jalapeno.
Maybe I need to try to make something like that. But no, I have the normal jelly. We had a lot of blueberries from some friends.
To make Paul something like that.
Yeah, I have blueberry jelly, scuppernug jelly, and I think I still have some plum jelly in there. But I have like tons of blueberry jelly mostly. Because I made we have a friend at church that has several blueberry bushes, and she had just tons of blueberries, and she gave them to me, and
she was
I just
trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, so I made jelly, and jelly will keep, for quite a while, in the cabinet, and I give it away.
So what are we gonna put that jelly on?
Bread, I guess. Well,
do we have any bread?
We have bread.
Gonna make bread?
I can make bread if I had to.
You've never made bread?
Yes, I do. I make that bread for Christmas. But I make it out of the Bisquick. I make Bisquick bread. It's good. It's kind of sweet. Kind of a breakfast bread.
I don't know that I've ever had it.
Have you not? Okay. Well, I don't make it for you. I make it for
bacon
family.
Jelly. Have we heard of bacon jelly?
No, I have not heard of bacon jelly. No. I've heard of the pepper jelly, but not bacon jelly.
I've never heard of bacon jelly.
Yeah,
we
I hadn't
need to try
either.
Bacon jelly.
Yeah.
That's just interesting.
That is interesting.
So what do you put? I mean, obviously you put bacon, but it's bacon in your blueberry jelly, or is it? Is that a dumb question?
I don't know.
I mean, what all is it? Or it's not bacon and pectin, is it?
Oh, so Joe says he started blackberries and raspberries last year, so hopefully we'll make those pretty soon.
And Joe, do you have wild blackberries up there? We do down here.
Yeah, we do.
And,
we pick those in the summer, and I do make jelly out of that.
We've planted the blackberries because there's so many wild ones here that we use.
And my sister said that she saw it the other day somewhere about bacon jelly.
Well,
is that a new thing?
We need to try it. We need to look at that.
Yeah, and see what it is.
What's all in it?
I don't know. Sounds strange to me. I don't know. I just think about jelly being sweet, and not meaty.
You're gonna have to make some jalapeno. I am growing some jalapenos this year.
Okay,
You'll
we'll
have to make
do
some fresh
something with the jalapenos.
jelly.
Yeah.
And
the pickles.
My friend Paul, he I don't think he's ever had anything that's too hot for him. And the problem is he thinks everybody's got it. I like just a touch of spice.
But he thinks everything.
He thinks everybody, there's something wrong with you if you don't like it super hot. and thinks that even if you don't like it super hot, he should see you in pain. But we have shrimp bowls. Me and him and my son would cook shrimp at work. And I keep telling, when you're cooking for a group, you can't cook it super spicy. You've got to kind of keep it, just a touch spicy so you don't, so everybody can enjoy it. And he's like, no, they need it like this. He doesn't understand that everybody doesn't like it super spicy.
He's so funny. So Joe says that he had wild blackberries, So they were in a bad place, so we got rid of them, and you made a blackberry bed in a better spot. Did you buy blackberry?
You can buy the blackberry
Yeah,
bushes.
you can buy the blackberry bushes.
Yeah.
They're probably a little bit better. The wild ones have so many thorns and stuff.
That is the problem. Did the other ones not have
They
thorns?
have thorns, but I don't think they're quite as bad.
That's the bad thing about picking the wild ones is there's so many
thorns. And they're in the places that they're in.
Yeah.
We did have a bush, a patch, and you kind of cleaned around it one year, but I think it's probably growed back up now.
Which one?
One up the hill.
I think it's gone.
Yeah. Oh, is it gone?
It didn't look. I mean, it might come back, but it's it may have been one of them that's in my little where I'm making a trail.
Oh, so you just ran over my blackberries?
But I don't know. So it might be some left, but that's the bad thing about picking blackberries here is there's so many little thorns.
Joe says not as many thorns and not as many seeds.
Okay. Yeah, these do have a lot of seeds, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But what I do is if I'm making jelly, I don't like making jam. If I'm making jelly, I always cook my berries and strain them and just have the juice. And if I'm going to have like a blackberry pie, I do more of a blackberry cobbler, and I actually strain the berries, and get the seeds out of there, and then just use the juice to make whatever I'm making. My blackberry cobbler is what we call it.
Because she doesn't even like orange juice with pulp, or
no,
you
I
don't
like
to have any sign that came from
That's
any
right.
fruit, do you?
No, I don't.
I don't like that.
I don't like yogurt with fruit.
Oh, you don't? The
No.
little chunks of fruit? I like that.
I don't know. It does something to me.
Yeah, I didn't know you didn't even like yogurt with the little fruit.
No, I don't. There's something wrong with me. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you. Nobody's denying that. but I think we ought to try planting some blackberries sometime.
Maybe so. It's like instead of the wild ones.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier if we had some where I didn't have to go tromping in the woods during the summer to get them.
Because
Usually,
you're always scared about a snake and
usually we go on the 4-wheelers and go, or on the side-by-side and go and find on the trails.
Because there was a patch back there. Where's the other patch?
There's a patch down by the pond, the spillway, like where that little place is.
Across on the other side?
No, right down here by the pond.
This is the pond.
Oh, on the dam side, across from the dam.
Is it on the other side of the dam?
Yeah. On the other
Okay,
side
it may be gone too.
So you just cut off my blackberry bushes?
Well, I'm making a trail so we can walk across there.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I put the tractor. And I don't know. If it's in that path, it's gone.
Well, I guess
still glad we got a tractor?
Yeah, I'm glad we got a tractor. Which is one thing that we did do is buy a tractor, this past year.
Yeah.
We kind of had, our other one was just kind of gone. So we did get a tractor. I guess if it got icy, we could get on the tractor and get somewhere if we needed to.
Oh yeah, you can. The other one we had, the big tractor, we love it, but it's a 1970 model, and actually it's still going. The problem is it's a 2-wheel drive, and you can't really get it in some places. So we did end up having to get a 4-wheel drive tractor, and
it just makes it easier.
It does make it easier. We're getting older where easy is a good thing. Before you wouldn't want to spend the money because, we thought, oh, we can do that. But we're at that point, it's just, it is easier.
When you get old, it's easier to do things simpler.
With the tractor,
yeah. So Joe said he made a 4x8 bed and a 2x8 for the berry patches.
And we are going to make some beds too I've got those, if it'll ever quit raining here, we're going to put some raised beds together. We're going to try 2 we got off of Amazon. Also, I've got some wood ones. I really kind of wish we'd have done the concrete block thing. They'll be there forever, but
and we can eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we can look at making some concrete block ones.
Yeah.
We'll just have a variety. It doesn't really matter what kind you have, as long as it grows the vegetables, I guess.
I know, but the concrete blocks will last forever.
Yeah.
They'd be easier to put on the hill where we're putting them, but we've got those, so we got to. I think we're going to put cucumbers in a lot of them so we can make some pickles.
Yeah.
We've got the Boston pickler cucumbers that we're going to do. I can't wait to get those planted and get the garden, get out there and work in the garden.
Yeah.
That's my therapy, just getting out there and playing in the dirt. I've always liked
So
playing in
Joe
the dirt.
says he uses a 64 Ford 4000 for most of his stuff.
Oh, cool.
And he has
that's older than our
Kubota.
70. Ours is a 74, the older tractor. And let me tell you that he knows what I'm talking about. This 1974, it's a commercial tractor. It's a MF 30 or something.
Yeah.
It's not the smaller one. It was a commercial tractor. It's a 2-wheel drive. But that thing is rated to lift 5,000 pounds. Now, we can't afford to go buy one that's rated. The one that, I think the new one that we got is rated for like 1,400 pounds, but the old one literally is rated to lift 5,000 pounds. Now, you would probably bust the tires on it if you lifted that, but there's nothing that thing won't lift. I mean, it's got those hydraulic things that, that big around and that long. I mean, I love that old tractor. I mean, it's,
and we thought it was gone.
And also, if we ever have one of those EMP things,
it'll still
as long as the battery's good, there's no computer on that thing. It's not gonna.
We did think it was gone, though.
We thought it was gone, but we figured out what was going on.
Yeah, it had an issue.
And it still works.
Now you've had to do the hydraulics on it.
Yeah, the hydraulics we want to go through
and fix them.
Go through and finish fixing the hydraulics. But I mean, those things are so tough. He knows what I'm talking about. Those, you can't beat those old tractors. They're great. I mean, I love them. And then we've also got a small little garden John Deere tractor. It's like an 84 model or something, and it's good for the garden stuff.
Well, I guess if we had the ice, you could get on one tractor and I could get on the other.
You can't drive. You never would drive it.
I'll drive the little tractor or the new one.
I don't want you running the new one off in the ditch. You just get in the bucket. We'll put you in the bucket and you can go wherever.
Okay.
But where are we going to go?
I don't know.
I mean, it'll slide in the ice too. So
you think it would?
Yeah, if it's ice, it'll slide.
Oh,
I mean, if it's the slush stuff, it'll be okay. But if it's ice, it'll go off the road just like a car. Yeah. And I don't think you want to be on a tractor if it goes in a ditch.
No, I don't guess so. We'll just be stuck, I guess.
Because it would flip. But yeah, it would. But yeah.
So Joe says that he did buy an old Massey like that last year. It's commercial grade diesel engine. Just have to work on the hydraulic cylinders on the front loader some. And it runs like a champ.
Oh yeah, that's what we have. That's our only problem. I think it's a 60-something horsepower. And, it thing has got some power to it. I mean, it will my only drawback on it is not 4-wheel drive, and we can't get it back into some places we need it.
Yeah, in the woods.
But like on the sawmill lifting up logs, you do have to be careful or you'll flip the thing, but it will lift some pretty big logs and put on the sawmill. So we had the big lift hydraulics redone. I had those redone a few years ago, and now I've got to redo the smaller ones that move the bucket. Those are starting to leak, so I got to get those done. And I want to finish. We've been putting hoses on as they bust. I want to finish putting new hoses on.
Yeah, there was one time we were buying hydraulic fluid like left and right before we
probably don't need to say that.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was.
It was a bad situation until you got it fixed.
That tractor, I like the new one. There's a lot I like about the new one, but the old one is just, I don't know. It's something about it's just classy, It's just
it's kind of ugly. Really.
It's not ugly. It's just got class. It's I mean, it's not going to win a beauty contest, but I really like that old tractor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, like I said, you don't have this, what do you call that, emission stuff on it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have all that. It don't have all those emission warnings and all that stuff. It just goes. I mean, it's,
And we were lucky to get that.
Yeah, we were lucky on that one.
To get, we didn't have to really pay anything for it. It was given to us.
Just had to kind of do some work on it. But, I like that big engine in that thing.
Yeah.
That one's perfect for doing some dirt work around here. It's just, I'm scared to take it off in the woods on the trails because if something happened, it'd be hard to get it back.
Yeah, it would.
And if it got stuck, it would be hard to get pulled out.
You have got it stuck before, and we had to pull it out with the little tractor, remember?
Yeah.
You got stuck in it, and we had to get the little John Deere to pull it out one time, I think.
When was that?
I don't know. We were digging the road over there, like where you were fixing the gravel on the road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now the little John Deere it's 4-wheel drive, but it doesn't have a front end loader, and it's too small for. I mean, I think they made a front end loader, but it's kind of small for what we do around here. But but
it's good for the garden.
It is the perfect tractor for the garden, and it's perfect. It's got a smaller bush hog. I've got to redo the gear, get another gearbox on it, but it's perfect for the pond dam because I tried to put the big one to cut on the pond dam and just figured out it wasn't safe and got off of there real quick because the bigger one's just too big and it's too much of a chance of something bad happening.
I think it's raining again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah, I hear it.
And the rain wasn't on radar. I noticed
it wasn't?
Yeah.
It's just light. It's not really bad.
Now, what's the low tonight?
I don't think it's really bad.
It's not bad. It's in the 50s right now. It's really not bad out here.
It's not bad at all, but
with our little heater.
Probably going to be a far cry from what it does Sunday night and Monday night.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to like getting down in the teens.
No.
But it's, where'd the weather go?
Yeah, what's the weather going to do tonight?
It is down to 44.
Okay, well that's not bad. And then tomorrow night, what is it? I think it's
34 tomorrow night here, 36 Saturday night. So we're, that gets us away from that ice.
Yeah.
But
and
Sunday night is 16, and that's when, if we get showers all day Sunday here,
it'll be icy at night.
It's going to be icy Sunday night. Gets up to 35 on
Monday.
Yeah, but then
that's
back
cold.
down to 14.
Yeah.
So our worst time is going to be Sunday night.
Yeah, Sunday night and Monday night.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it does, even the rain, it'll be icy at night. On Sunday night. So I'm have to be careful going out or anything like that.
And that's when our daughter is supposed to drive back Sunday night. Of course, we tried to tell her.
Well, I'm going to tell her she needs to drive home in the afternoon and not.
You think she'll mind you?
I don't know.
She's 23, so she's
not quite 23 yet.
Oh, I thought she turned 24.
No. Scott, he can't keep up with the kids.
Yeah, you're right. That older equipment is simple and easy to run. I mean, I can fix it more than I can the newer computerized stuff. Because if this new tractor, something happens to it, I'll have to take it to the shop. The old one we can kind of figure out.
Even the John Deere, you can kind of figure out.
Yeah, the John Deere, it doesn't have that. I don't think it's got that computer thing on it. So
yeah.
It's I love the older tractors.
Yeah.
It's they're built tough. They're just good stuff. And I like older vehicles too.
Yeah.
That's
well, the Land Cruiser is old.
Yeah.
It's not extremely old, but it is.
It's a 2006, but compared to our friends, they're old.
Yeah, they are old.
there's somebody at work. Oh, I got an old vehicle. It is a 2014. Well, that's our newest vehicle.
Yeah, all of our newest vehicle is the 2014.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're that person that drives old vehicles up to church.
Yeah.
Well, yours doesn't look old, but
no, but it
mine
is.
Does right now, but they're paid for. So
that's right. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Now the Land Cruiser, it's 4-wheel drive, so we could go in the slush, not the ice, but we go in the slush.
But, yeah, but it's so it's ready to go full.
Did you put gas in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So it's ready. So, but I hope it doesn't get bad. But I mean, unfortunately, it's gonna get bad for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for them. I hope that everybody's prepared and they listen to the weather and know what's coming. And have prepared for it. And the other thing is like people's pets, like outside and stuff. You have to kind of take care of those, whether it's a horse or a cow or, anything like that. You kind of need to make sure that they're taken care of too. Because, I mean, we're talking about 14 here. It's going to be 0, up in north, or maybe below that.
Well, I don't know. Is it gonna? Sometimes it's colder here than it is there.
It is, but
speaking of cows, this is off the subject.
Why are we off the subject?
Well, I'm not good at staying on the subject, but I know that's not really professional. I was going through YouTube videos, and this one popped up, and there's a Red Bull that this guy takes this Red Bull in the back of an Escalade. It takes him like through the drive-through like he's a dog, but it's a big bull. Have you seen that?
Well, I think you mentioned that to me and showed it to me one time.
You mentioned cows and animals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure he'll be taken care of if he's up north.
Yeah, but he's he's like one of those Red Bull. I don't know what. I don't know a lot about cows, but he gets it in the back of his Escalade and takes it for a ride.
That's crazy.
And the cow,
it's a dog.
Oh yeah, and he loves it. He's like looking around. They go through the Starbucks or whatever, and or whatever drive-through, and he's looking out the window.
Joe says that he had the gasket on the fuel bowl on the old Ford rotted, and I can't get a new one. But it's easy enough to make them with gasket material.
Yeah.
And then he said that's really the only issue he's had with the old tractor.
Yeah.
So
there were some parts that were a little hard to get on the Massey Ferguson, but when I found some places I forgot what they were, but we did have a guy here. He doesn't work at there anymore, but he was good at getting me parts or finding parts for it.
Is he the one that worked on the hydraulic?
No, that was the hydraulic place.
Okay.
I took them off and took them to. But there was another guy at a dealer. They're a Kubota dealer now, but they used to be a Massey Ferguson. But he was the old guy. He had all of his books, and he could find.
He could find parts.
He could. Yeah. He could at least get me the part number and tell me where to go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I didn't know that.
He's not there anymore. They've all got these younger people that if it's not in that computer, they don't. But he had these old books.
My sister said that's crazy about the cow.
I'm serious. Y'all don't believe me, do you?
I believe
He's got an Escalade and he takes the cow.
Our daughter sent us a picture of somebody that had a goat in their car. Like not in the back of it either. It was up in the front, like sticking its head out the window.
A goat?
Yeah.
Really?
The other day, she sent us a picture of that. They had a goat in their car. People do some strange things with their animals.
I think it's pretty cool that big old bull. Yeah, I mean it's a big old bull. He wasn't no. He wasn't
a goat.
Yeah, he wasn't no baby bull. He was. It was. I'm telling y'all, it's so funny. I don't know what the name of the channel was, but that's what his whole channel's about.
The bull?
That bull riding.
Okay. We'll have to look that up and see what it is.
Yeah, it's in an Escalade.
I never heard of a bull.
I think it's an older Escalade. I don't think he's in a newer Escalade, but yeah, the bull goes riding down the road.
That's funny.
Like a dog. I mean, could you see going up to McDonald's,
That's crazy.
Getting a meal for you and then the bull?
Well, the bull wouldn't want McDonald's.
He wouldn't eat?
No, they eat grass.
That's right, they don't eat meat. What would you buy? You could get him a salad.
Maybe so.
You go
to
get him a salad without any
You can go
dressing.
through Starbucks and other places and get like the pup cups for your dog. You know, it has like the whipped cream or whatever in it. But I don't know what you'd get for the bull.
I didn't watch it long enough to see if he fed him anything. But
well, I guess that's what you'd have to get as a salad.
Yeah, without any dressing or anything.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's the funniest thing. I know that's way off of the subject, but that's just.
You kind
of got to talk about things as they come to you.
Some cows. You know? Maybe we can get one.
I would like some cows, but they're not going to ride in the back of the Land Cruiser. I don't. They'd break that. I mean, it's.
That's funny.
I do want cows. I really do want cows, but I got to learn more about them.
Yeah, I need to do some research about that. And somebody said to get a donkey, but I think the donkeys help keep predators.
You're right. McDonald's isn't meat. The cow's probably safe. He's safe. McDonald's isn't real meat anyway.
That's right.
It's some plant that they make virtual meat or something.
Somebody said about getting a donkey, but I don't know what they do for you.
The donkey.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna have a animal.
You remember my grandmother had donkeys.
She did, but if I want to have an animal, I want to have something like a cow or a different one. A cow or a goat or something or a pig.
That you can eat.
You can eat or contribute.
I guess the donkeys are more of a pet, aren't they?
I guess so. I guess they are. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, now somebody said they help keep predators away.
Yeah.
From your chickens and stuff. I guess they would be good for that. That wind is cold.
Yeah. You thought about getting cows and other animals, but just don't know that. It would be a lot of work. It's and especially for us now. There used to be cows here, but the fence line would have to totally be redone. And when there was cows, there was a pasture down here, and the pasture's grown up. Yeah. So we would
have to redo it. Now, they wouldn't need, if we only had a couple of cows, they wouldn't need the whole 46 acres.
Well, the problem is we don't have any pasture, though.
I know.
We don't have any. We'd have to have a lot of work done.
Yeah, so we would.
Where ours is pretty well all woods, except for where we live.
Now, if we got pigs, they don't really have to have a lot of shelter and a pasture like a cow does.
Now, I would like pigs and then have them harvested. But like we said before, our problem is, we're not real good at harvesting an animal.
Yeah, we don't like eating our own animals.
So but we would have to, I guess if you start out with the intention of it, you would, you'd be more likely to, I think we would have it harvested because, having that meat would be good. Yeah. And it would. We also have to have a lot of, may have to get another freezer if we had a pig and harvest it.
Because
I don't think we've got near enough room.
No, I don't either. The freezer actually needs to be cleaned out a little bit before it gets time to start putting up vegetables. And
we talked about going in house with somebody on a cow, and a cow that started getting it processed.
Kind of serious about that.
Yeah, I would still like to do that.
Yeah, I don't. How do you do? Do you just buy one from a cattle farm or something, or?
I think there's people that do that. They take care of getting it there to the slaughterhouse. Yeah. I guess, is that what you still call it?
Yeah, I guess it's the slaughterhouse. Of course, we don't have a local one anymore.
I think
there's one down.
Where the nearest one is.
Hattiesburg, maybe. I don't know.
But I'm sure there's some local. Yeah, we're trying to find a local farmer that would do that here.
Yeah, and there's a farmer down the road that has a bunch of cows. We could probably ask him. He has plenty. If that would be something that he would do. for us. I'm not quite sure if he, sends his cows to auction or what he does with his cows. I looked out there the other day and he had, there's pretty good many that he has. He might, and he's just right down the road. He might be willing to let us buy a cow and send it to to be slaughtered for us.
Yeah, or if you could find somebody that's kind of set up to do that way they can get them there
for you. Yeah.
But we need to find. There used to be slaughterhouses all around.
Yeah, and there's just not anymore. Yeah, I guess people just don't do that.
Well, I think it's so strict now with the rules.
Oh, the rules and regulations.
Yeah, and so it's gotten.
Now, there's a lot of people that do deer, but I guess your rules and regulations for deer is not
because you're not selling them. I think.
Not like a cow.
Yeah, but when you sell it, which I think is it illegal? It's illegal to sell deer meat anyway, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it is. I don't.
Maybe it is.
I believe, or here in this state, I think.
Okay.
I think it is.
It's good though, deer meat.
Yeah, we definitely
saves a lot of money if you.
That's definitely because you go to the grocery store and get hamburger meat. You add all that up, you're probably paying way more than you would buying a cow. Now,
our son, he loves to eat the ground deer meat. We have a friend, or the friend we were talking about earlier, that gives us a lot of the ground deer meat, and he, you could use it the same as you can the ground beef. It tastes a little, it tastes different, but if you get used to eating that, it's
not bad. It really actually
isn't.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I've got friends that they don't buy any meat.
They eat deer meat.
It's all deer meat. And she makes a pizza. Tina makes a pizza, and I think the deer meat on that pizza is really good.
Yeah, the ground deer meat.
Yeah. And so I like the deer meat. That helps out. So we didn't get a deer this year.
But we did have a friend that gave us some deer meat.
We've got a friend. I'm still hoping. Usually, if we cover for him at work, he'll bring us a deer. Or he'll bring it already processed. So
yeah, he'll have it, and then he won't.
Or maybe sometimes he brings last year's that he didn't eat. Out of the freezer. So hopefully he'll show up with one of those.
Joe says he likes to mix the ground deer meat and the ground beef.
Yes, that is good.
I haven't tried mixing that.
I thought we've done that before. I think we have.
No, we hadn't. We mixed bacon, like the fat.
Somebody told me that, but
the bacon fat
that is good.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping he will get some, but I don't think they had as many deer harvested down there.
Oh, at the deer camp?
Yeah, so
he probably still has some in the freezer.
So we're still trying to encourage him to skip work and get us a deer down there. So
now, what I really like is the deer steaks, though.
Yeah, now the deer steaks. So tell how you fix those.
So what I do with the deer steaks is I soak them in Dale's seasoning, and then I just flour them and fry them, like kind of deep fry them, and they're really good. And if you don't know, deer meat doesn't have to cook very long, especially when it's those thin, steaks. They don't have to cook very long, and they're done in just a few minutes. And they're really good. Like, we love cooking those deer steaks.
Yeah. And speaking of deer, I don't know. Our daughter's boyfriend made the comment that the deer down here are a lot smaller than up there. He was in Michigan, so I guess. If you're up there, it's pretty big deer. I guess
so. I guess
that's why everybody goes up there to get it.
So Joe said he got a 180-pound buck and 140-pound doe off of his front porch this year.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
So our son, he hunts down here, and he has some bucks on his deer camera that are pretty big, but they won't come up when he goes down there to hunt. So he just has been seeing does every time he goes down there to hunt, and he hadn't got the big old buck yet. I think was it a 6 point maybe that he
I
saw
don't know.
on his camera?
I thought he had one bigger than that.
Was it bigger than that?
I thought it was big. I don't know, but it's.
Oh, I wish he could get that. That'd be great.
And with his job, it's hard to go back there. You know, we're on call. Both of us are on call and get called a lot. So hopefully he can, maybe next year he can do a little more hunting. Hunting season down here is starting to, I think it ends in January.
Yeah. It'd be a good weather if, you know, to, when it gets cold, to go kill a deer, you know, to hang it up and clean it. It's kind of hard when it, you know, we've cleaned them.
I've never liked hunting when it's hot.
Yeah,
I never did really hunt when it's
hot.
It's
very fun to clean a deer when it's warm. Yeah.
I always felt like that wasn't real. I don't know, weren't really safe to.
Yeah.
Because of, you know, because when it's cold,
it takes a little bit to cut them up. Now we process our own deer meat and stuff. So we tenderize it, the deer steaks, and then, you know, we do the ground deer meat instead of sending it to the processing plant.
You know,
because it's so expensive.
Well, there are people here that, and some of y'all may do this, but when we were growing up, I mean, I don't remember ever taking a deer anywhere to get it processed. Ever.
Yeah, when you were growing up.
Yeah. I mean, we did everything. Now, a lot of them, and some of the people that the meat people like you doing this because they do bring the whole deer there and they clean it.
Oh, really? And they charge you?
They charge you, but I think it's less chance of you messing up the meat too.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So Joe says there was 5 deer taken on his property this year. He got 2. His son got 2, and his 10-year-old grandson got his first
cool.
one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Neat.
We've got a grandchild coming. We don't know if it's a boy or girl, but
that's some of the things, you know, that we're looking forward to. We're really excited. It's a long way off, really. August of.
At our age, it ain't a long way off.
It'll be here before we know it. But it'll be a little while before we can take it hunting or something. You know, even if it's a girl, it needs to go hunting. So, you know, we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Having a grandchild.
Yeah, we're very excited. We got that news just recently. So, you know, that'll be our first grandchild.
Yeah.
So that is hard to really believe.
It is, ain't it?
Like we're
you know, my sister though, you know, her first grandchild just graduated.
Yeah, so she's really old.
Yeah.
So she's watching now, I think. But ours is just now being born.
We got a ways to go for that.
Yeah, it's just her.
Her first grandchild just graduated high school.
Sure did. Working on the quail population, 40 small quail.
That you'll release in the spring.
Okay, cool.
I hadn't thought about that.
You know, I think up the road there's a quail preservatory or something up the road.
Really?
Yeah, I saw something.
Do they release them?
I don't know. I hadn't
thought about that.
I wonder. That's not where that quail came from.
That wasn't a quail. That was a pigeon.
Okay. We found there was a white pigeon with a tag on it that came here, and an owl got it, but
before we could rescue it. Yeah.
By the way, I saw a buzzard with a yellow tag on it.
A buzzard?
It looked like, it was huge. It was a big,
and it had a yellow tag on its leg?
It had a yellow tag on its wing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I didn't know they tagged buzzards.
I didn't either. Maybe they're keeping up
tracking
with
them or something.
I don't know.
She wasn't happy about that comment.
She said, "Excuse me."
But there is a quail preservatory up the road there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, or some kind of quail something up the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been quail hunting here. I don't think I have.
Joe said that's why somebody would be tagging pigeons. That's odd. Don't know why someone would be tagging pigeons. That's odd to me. It was really odd.
It was a beautiful white pigeon,
and we just saw it one day. And now I looked on the internet, and they say that they race pigeons. They have races with pigeons, but I couldn't find them around here. It was kind of up north. So I don't know how it got here. It must have just got lost.
So we were going to try to rescue it because it obviously looked like it wasn't wild, didn't belong, but it was hanging out with the chickens, the ones that free range, and it was eating with them.
Yeah.
And then I think an owl saw it real vulnerable and
it got it.
And got it. So we were going to try to rescue it and see what the tag was on it.
We felt sorry for it.
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't think it would survive. And obviously it didn't because something got it, but it was, that's the first time I ever saw it. And it stayed around for several days.
Yeah, it did.
Before it got caught.
Yeah. So it was very interesting.
Yeah, that was a mean old owl.
Owls will do some bad things.
They're cute, but they're mean.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They'll get chickens and stuff. Owls will.
Yeah.
My daddy tells a story that there was owls in the chicken pen when I was a little girl. And we had the chickens, and he said that an owl got in there, and he got it. He shot it and
really
killed it. Yeah, because it was after the chickens.
You may not should say that. Is owls a protected species?
I don't know.
You might.
I know hawks are.
Yeah. Yeah,
but that was years ago.
Don't say nothing.
That was years ago.
Yeah, that may have been before.
It probably was.
But yeah, they get kind of mean.
Joe said, "Do we have any dogs?" No, we don't have hunting dogs.
We don't any hunting dogs or dogs.
Well, dogs. Period. We have one dog.
Our neighbor. Well, yeah, we do have a dog. There's a dog inside.
I know. We have a dog. We have a spoiled dog named Autumn, and she's got some German Shepherd in her. She's just kind of a mixed breed. And then our son has a lab mixed dog, but we don't have any hunting dogs or anything like that we
now
go
the
hunting
neighbors'
with.
dogs roam freely, so they kind of
they're labs.
They do kind of keep the predators away a little
bit.
They do. So they're really good dogs, but they roam. They kind of roam around freely. There's 2 dogs that do. So we don't personally have a dog running around yet. I want one real bad.
Yeah, he does. We just have a spoiled dog right now that stays in the house. Now she's not a little dog.
It's actually our daughter's dog, and we've got her right now. But she's I don't know how to say it, but kind of
she's bougie.
She's a softie.
Yeah,
or something. I don't know. She's real. She's not like the dogs we grew up with. She's just.
So Joe has a 4-year-old Great Pyrenees, a 3-year-old German Shepherd, and a 17-year-old Jack Russell.
Oh, you don't know how much I want a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
I have wanted a German Shepherd since I was.
Now our dog does have German Shepherd in her, but she's not a full breed. If you see a picture of her, you can tell that she has some German Shepherd in her, but she's not huge, but she's not small. She's kind of a medium size.
A German Shepherd.
Yeah.
I ever since I was a kid, I wanted a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And one day I'll have one.
Well, one day we'll get you one.
Yeah. But I love German Shepherds.
So Joe says they're a lot of fun, and the 2 big dogs help keep the deer out of the garden.
Yeah. And, well, the garden, our garden is up front here. It's really next to the neighbors, and their dogs actually help keep the deer out of the garden.
They run
and it's not a fence around the garden, and we've really never had a problem with deer.
No, we hadn't, but that's probably thanks to the neighbor dogs.
Yeah.
They help keep
I'll
them
get
out.
rabbits in there sometimes, but the dogs. They're pretty good, and the dogs really don't bother the garden.
No, they don't. They'll get in there and dig up a little bit, but nothing like.
I haven't really had a lot of problem with them.
Yeah. They do pretty good.
But now our planters are going down behind us. I know it's
by the
pitch dark
pond
here, but by the pond, and we're gonna have to put a little electric fence there because I know something will get in it. Down there.
Yeah. We don't have neighbor dogs down towards the pond. There's a lot of predators
that's where all
that
the
can get in it.
Are.
Yeah,
it's down there by the pond. I mean, it's pretty bad neighborhood down there. But I think I'm gonna try electric fence around some of it and see what if that could keep out some stuff. But we're gonna plant some stuff there because we're wanting to kind of transition to more of we'll still have some traditional garden, but we're transitioning to raised beds. 'Cause everybody I talk to that has them likes them. What?
So Joe says that the female weighs 80 pounds and is a good size for a female. Zana. Yep.
Cool.
So,
that makes me want to go get me a German Shepherd so bad. Right now we don't need another mouth to feed.
No, we don't. And the dog is kind of she's spoiled. I don't know how she would do if we got another dog around.
I do think once she moves out, I might get one.
Okay. We might get you one.
Yeah. I really want a German Shepherd or a Golden Retriever.
I would like a Golden Retriever. Yeah. I think those are gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm partial to the German Shepherds, but I love those.
Well, it's just the dogs just get spoiled anyway if you have any kind of animal, or at least that's the way we are. Even with the chickens, they are spoiled, and I don't want to kill them and eat them. They're like my friends, and we have cats. And the dog,
the cats are not spoiled.
Yes, the cats are very spoiled.
Some of them are rescues. There was one cat that the cat's, how much does he weigh?
He weighs 19 pounds, and he comes outside, and he loves the chickens. He'll get in the chicken pen and just stare at the chickens, and get up in the coop and make sure that
he's all too lazy to really hurt anything.
Yeah, he is. But he does catch some mice sometimes and some moles.
Has he really caught any lately?
He's caught some moles.
I thought he retired from that.
I don't know, but
he was a rescue cat, and our daughter worked at a bookstore in one of these shopping centers with a store next to it. The cat just walks right in there and just happy as can be. and then somehow they found out, and we got it and brought it home. Yeah, we brought it home, and we were trying to give it to somebody, I think.
And we kept it like kind of in a cage. It was summer, kept it in a cage so it wouldn't run off, and we finally, let him out of the cage, and he started coming in the house, and he's just a big old
We keep him
laid
in
back
at night.
boy.
Well, the idea at first we would keep him in only at night, but now it's like he's so spoiled.
He goes in and out.
If it's raining a little bit, well, he don't want to be outside. If it's cold, he don't want to be outside.
This morning I let him out, and it was raining, and he ran off, and then when you went to go to work, he came in, and it wasn't but about maybe an hour. He may have stayed out for an hour. He didn't want to be out in the rain. So.
And then we got my cat. He was supposed to be a barn cat.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out. He totally goes crazy outside. I don't know why, but he totally goes crazy outside.
It's like a saga if he gets outside.
Yeah. And he's the one with the personality. Mm-hmm. I admit he's a little spoiled, but he won't go outside because he's got some kind of problem mentally with that.
So Joe said that his dog won't sleep unless she's in the bed with him.
Really?
Aw.
We love animals, love hearing stories
yeah,
like
we
that.
do. Now Autumn, she has to sleep in the bed with our daughter every night, and if we're keeping her, if our daughter's gone or something, I can't sleep with her in the bed. It just doesn't work out well. And so if she's spending the night, then usually I wind up sleeping on the couch, and she has this chair. She sleeps in her chair.
Yeah, her old chair.
Yeah,
she sleeps in her old chair. But she's a sweet dog, though.
She is sweet.
She's all right. I don't think any of our animals are what you'd call normal.
No. We're not normal people.
I don't think any of them are like really just a normal animal, like a normal cat or a normal dog.
Well, my sister has that spoiled dog too,
And then our son's dog.
Yeah.
It's pretty hyper, and they always have a leash, and they're just dragging behind it. It's like they're skiing.
Yeah.
will that dog ever calm down?
I don't know, but she's pretty hyper.
I mean, she's the happy, got big old ears, happiest thing, and she's just dragging behind. It's,
Yeah.
you know, animals are something. That's, that, you know.
My sister has a dog named Copper, and he is a spoiled boy too. He's kind of a weenie dog. He gets scared of things.
But you know, he reminds me of, he's got a little boxer in him.
Yeah.
And he reminds me of my, when I was young, we had a boxer.
Yeah.
Same color, you know, the short hair, and it reminds me of him.
Yeah, he's a sweet boy.
Yeah, yeah, he is. So, what is it?
That's what he said about his. You can't see it, but he said bring one in as a pup, and the other dog probably won't have an issue with the puppy.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. So.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, I think we're
about done.
It's been a long day today.
It has been a long day. So we're going to be live in the chicken pen Saturday morning, and then also we'll be live Sunday morning before church, and we'll be able to tell y'all if it's snowing or doing anything. We'll be outside.
We'll give you an update.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on with the weather. And
Saturday morning we'll know a lot more of how it's going to affect us.
Yeah.
And I think most people are kind of figuring out how it's going to affect them because they've narrowed the forecast down. But
yeah.
So
we'll be live, I think, at 7:30 Saturday in the chicken pen talking about chickens, and then Sunday we'll focus more on our garden stuff and talk about the garden and things like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to join us,
we really want to thank everybody for
yes, Joe, we
us.
enjoyed talking to you. We really did, and I hope you have a good night. I hope you don't get too much ice. And my sister, she was on here. I hope everything goes okay for her too, and that she's prepared.
Anybody listening or watching on the replay, just hope y'all are safe. So please.
And we'd like to know in the comments if you're in the ice or snow or anything going on where you are. We'd love to hear about that.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching.
Hope y'all have a good night.